Welcome to it. The game is done, so therefore it means Sports Bar Weekender kicks in. The phone lines are open, 03717 222 3344. Get in contact with the show right now. Were Manchester United robbed? Finished 2 apiece down on the south coast. Lots to talk about, penalty decisions, no doubt. Referees are going to be dominating quite a few of these calls, no doubt, that are going to be ringing us here on the show. You're more than welcome to come and join us on that. I've no doubt you've got a few thoughts on the England selections as well. We're also going to be getting stuck in to the trivia. That's coming up at around about 11:30. So if you like your football trivia, if you like something for your WhatsApp group at the weekend where you can have a little bit of a debate with your mates and have a bit of fun on the way to a game, stick around. We've got something lined up for you. 03717 223 It's the Sports Bar Weekender on talkSPORT. I'm Adam Catterall. Pleasure to be with you as always. Pleasure to always be in the company of this man, the captain, Mr. Carlton Cole. How are you?
How are you doing, mate? You good?
Yeah, good. You had a busy week? Been doing a bit?
Yeah, here and there. Bits and bobs, you know what I mean?
Bits and bobs, mate. That's all we can do, mate.
What about you?
Bits and bobs.
Bits and bobs, mate.
That's it.
You've been staying in the smoke, can you?
Yes, the UFC are in town, pal. Big night tomorrow night. Big fight for Lerone Murphy taking on Movsar Evloev. So I've been covering that throughout the course of the week. We might talk about that a little bit later on in the programme. But right now, it's all about the soccer ball, man. It's all about the football.
Yeah.
2 apiece on the South Coast. Bournemouth 2, Manchester United 2. You've just heard the live commentary, exclusive on talkSPORT there. But the big talking point is going to be this. Were Manchester United robbed? You had a penalty decision at one end that was not given. And then in very similar circumstances, there are some slight differences to it, but some very similar circumstances, and within a very short period of time, a penalty given at the other end of the ground against Manchester United. What's your answer to the question? Were they robbed? Strong word, robbed, did it? Robbed, it is strong word. But let's be honest, one referee, similar incidents, gave one, didn't give the other.
All we ask for is consistency. That's it. Bottom line, consistency. But it's always in the perception of what the referee looks like and how he sees it and what position of the pitch he's at. But then you got VAR to scrub that all out. But he doesn't want to know. So what can you do? You just got to go with it. And football, even though VAR has been strenuous, it always evens itself out for each club at certain points. But right now, when you come to the end of it, you want them to all go your way. And sometimes that consistency of the referee, that's all you're asking for, and it doesn't. They don't deliver.
The slight differences between the incidents for me, just from the naked eye looking at it, is that Evan Nilsson is running at what I would class as a greater pace than what Ahmad is going at when he gets touched. I personally think both of them are penalties. I think the Man United one should have been given. It wasn't. And then obviously a moment later, the Bournemouth one does get given. You've just mentioned VAR there. I personally, again, this is just my own opinion, I don't think that they're clear and obvious. It's my own opinion. I just personally think that both of them are penalties. And if VAR, if you don't give it, I don't think it can stick its beak in and then flip it and turn it the other way around.
But they do stick their beak in quite a lot.
Well, they do, yeah, and you want that consistency, of course you do. And then at the other end, of course, you're given the penalty, and I don't think it can stick its beak in and then not give the penalty, if that makes sense.
So what are they seeing?
I just think the referee's not got it right. I think if you put your hands on someone... And,
straight away,
and make a physical move towards them, knock them off balance.
Yeah, you're leaving yourself open.
You're leaving yourself wide open for obviously giving away a foul. I'll tell you what, we'll get some calls on, because obviously Man United fans will have an opinion on this. 03717 223 Richard, how are you, mate?
Hi, mate. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm sound, pal. How are you?
Yeah, to be honest with you, not well. How has that happened? Right? He's like you said, he's had his arm on his shoulder. He's pulled him down. Yeah. No penalty. Yeah. Maguire's hardly touched him. Straight red card.
Well, the reason for the straight red card is because they've deemed it that he's going clean. He's going clean through on goal. He's about to.
But you just said Evan Nilsson's not pointing the right way around. So how's it a goal scoring opportunity if he's not even pointing the right way around?
What? What do you mean he's pointing the right way around?
He's not facing the right way around.
He's got his back to goal. He's got his back to goal when he goes down.
He means he's got his back to goal, so he's not.
No,
he's not facing the goal.
Yeah, but if Harry Maguire doesn't touch him, he wouldn't have his back to goal, would he? He would be going straight through on the goalkeeper.
Well, yeah, well, maybe. But if Ahmad's given us a penalty, then...
The second incident doesn't happen, yeah. You're 100% right. Yeah, you're 100% right. Listen, I personally think both of them are penalties, but the referee's missed the first one, of which has then cost you all 3 points.
Yeah, exactly. And to be fair, like, you know, they're trying really their hardest to win a football game. And if someone's, you know, right...
But you do struggle when you go to Bournemouth, didn't you? You do struggle.
Yeah,
they always give you a hard game.
And I actually thought to control the game for once, right?
I completely agree. I think you did control the game, but the problem was maybe it wasn't as clinical as you should have been. Maybe in the first half, there should have been a couple of goals in there.
Bruno was good today. Bruno was really.
I thought Cunha was really good.
Cunha as well. They were really good. So
yeah, I think there's a lot of positives to come out of that for Manchester United. I just think maybe the creative element, and you've got to probably put this down to the organisation of Bournemouth. The defensive
that's credit.
I thought were bang on, and therefore the opportunity to create maybe weren't there as much as they have been in previous games of Manchester United. But I think United did control the game. I think they should have come out of that game with 3 points, and I've no doubt. But I've no doubt that it's an even more sour taste because the referees missed what I would class as a relatively straightforward decision. I thought that he did have his hands on him and it should have been a penalty. Lauren, how are you?
I'm not happy.
I could tell in your voice, Lauren. Come on, get it, go for it.
Get it off your chest.
I'm not going to lie. You said then about the referees missed it, yes, but that's what VAR's for. You know,
is it clear and obvious? In your mind, is it clear and obvious?
Well, yeah, I think it's a blatant penalty, and ultimately the second penalty, the Bournemouth one that was given, I'm on about Ahmad's not being given here.
Yeah.
You know, ultimately, it's pretty much identical. You know, I can't understand how, if the ref has missed it, fine, but how has VAR not pulled it back? Because honestly, I'm fuming. It should have been 3-0.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't, and that's why you're saying.
That's why we're in.
That's why we're in. That's why you're upset. But
this is a different game, right?
Listen,
if we'd have got the second goal, if they'd have pulled it back for the penalty, I can't see Bournemouth ever coming back from that.
Would you say it's would you say now, like, things are evening out? Because there have been points since Michael Carrick's tenure where you have had the rub of the green. Do you know what I mean? You have been lucky in certain aspects and getting last minute goals and no, you have, but you've stayed in the game and then it's gone your way and then you've won the game. You know, do you think that's kind of now evening out?
I mean, if you can give me one good example, maybe.
I'll give you one. The last goal against West Ham, when you came to draw it, and we should have taken all 3 points at West Ham.
I love how you say away. Zero bias.
But Sesko's been good for you, but he didn't come up. No, listen, I know. Listen, we're all tribal here.
I genuinely feel Sesko actually should have played a bigger part tonight. Maybe not the whole game. I think he's a good impact sub. I don't think we've got really anybody else who can do that part. But I think coming on to the second half, in my opinion, Mbeumo was awful. Had a poor game. I think second half, we missed a lot of chances in the first half. Third play, you know, the Bournemouth keeper was brilliant. I think he made some incredible saves. It could have been 2 or 3 in the first half.
I think that's the story, Lauren. I think that's the story of the game, really. I think the first half, you could have had it done. And it just comes down to maybe that last pass for that bit of creativity. And obviously, I've credited Bournemouth for the defending there. But then when the opportunities did come, were you clinical enough? And I think Man United absolutely controlled the game. I actually think it's one of the best games for Man United control that I've seen for quite some time.
Yeah. To be honest, I'm just gutted, right? I do genuinely feel we were robbed of a win. And I'm also gutted for Maguire. I think he's been different gravy since Carrick's come in. Fair. I think he's been brilliant. I think he deserves the call up for England. I'm going to watch him next week. against Uruguay. Can't wait. But yeah, I think he deserves it, and I think he's unlucky. I understand what you're saying, that it's a goal-scoring opportunity, but I think it's a little harsh. I thought it was a bit soft, personally.
Fair points. I think absolutely. I think you made fair points there. The interesting debate is going to be where your heads are at when you listen to us talk about it. Whether you think it's clear and obvious, because that's what Lauren was just alluding to there, wasn't she? Talking about the VAR aspect of it. I personally think it's a penalty. Is it clear and obvious? Can it be interpreted in a different way?
You need to ask the refereeing federation for that, because some of their decisions, and I'm not blaming them.
It's just two very similar things, and he's given one.
It just depends how they see it. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, and you know, they kind of nitpick. Do you know what I mean? On some of these decisions, and it's a bit weird the way they come up with an answer, and it just doesn't make sense, because it was the exact same thing that happened on the other side of the pitch, but they didn't give it. So I'd love to hear what their analysis on it is, because it's really, really, it bothers me. It bothers me.
Kyle, how are you, mate?
Hiya, mate. I'm all right. All I want to say is that first goal, right, for Bournemouth, that was a clear and obvious foul, as you've just said. For me, that's a clear and obvious foul on Ahmad, right? They've gone up the other end and scored. For me, that is a clear and obvious. He's literally pulled him by the chest. He's fallen over, and they've literally counter-attacked up the other end and scored.
The thing is, right, Carl, my look at it, right, I personally think that both of them are fouls, right? But they're soft fouls, both of them, aren't they? They're fouls, but they're soft fouls. Let's be dead straight about it.
Hang on, though. Harry Maguire, is that a red?
Well, if you've given the foul...
That's not a red.
Yeah, but listen,
man.
if you've given the foul, it is a red, because the lad's about to go and put the ball in the back of the net.
Right, so the double jeopardy law states if it's inside the box, right, it's a yellow card and a penalty. If it's outside the area, it's a straight red.
We'll have to fact check that, because you can't just become in staking claims like that.
No. Listen, that used to be the law. I don't know if it still is.
Yeah, we have to fact check that. Because the law changes all the time.
It does change all the time. That used to. I definitely know that used to be the thing. I don't know if it is still the season.
I think that's why there's so much confusion these days in the game, because, so my opinion is that is a yellow card and a penalty. Fair play. Yeah, yes, he's pulled him. That for me is never a red card. Yes, Harry Maguire has stepped across him, but it's not a straight red. It's definitely not a straight red card. There was no intent to injure anyone or anything at all. That's definitely not a straight red card.
Fair.
Yes, penalty. I'll take it.
No, it's not malicious at all. It's not malicious. And it's not clumsy.
Do you feel like you've been robbed?
No, I wouldn't say robbed. I think Man United, we're in a great place this season. I think since Michael Carrick has come in, we've been fantastic. I do want him to stay.
You're giving the job full time?
I mean, if we get Champions League football next season, 100%. I think he deserves it. I don't think anyone can take it away from him.
Fair. Kyle, top man, thanks for being on the show, mate. Let's keep them coming. Who have we got? We've got Kedgeman. How are you, mate?
Good,
Kedge.
man. How are you?
Kedge, how are you, mate? You good?
Yeah, I'm good. I just can't believe what Carlton Cole's going on about there.
What do you mean?
Talking nonsense. Like he's talking about the rub of the green. He's saying that we should have, it all evens out in the end and all that kind of stuff. That's nonsense.
Why?
It was unfair. Call it as it is.
It does, mate.
Unfair.
Listen, mate. I'm saying it does happen to every team in the league. It goes your way sometimes and it don't go your way sometimes. It's just the way it is. And I'm not saying that you're...
Tell me where the refereeing decision went for us then.
You've had it
10, 15 games. When?
So it's never gone your way.
No, in the last 10, 15 games, you can't give me one example of when it went our way. Give me one.
I'm just saying in football in general. I'm not sort of talking about you and Man United. I'm just talking about you in general.
No, but you said it was.
No, but it happens in football. Listen.
In the end and all that kind of stuff.
Listen, mate. Relax. Calm down. Yeah, calm down.
I'm so relaxed.
You've come here, you've attacked me. I'm telling you, in football, and then it's not just Man United. It's not just Man United. It's every team. It goes both ways. Do you understand?
It does.
Sometimes it goes your way, and you're saying it hasn't gone your way this season at all.
No. When did I say this? When did those words come out of my mouth?
I said it evens itself. My words were it evens itself out eventually.
No. You were talking about that like in the last 10, 15 games.
I didn't say a number of games. I didn't say a number. I didn't say a number of games.
You made the last minute winner against Fulham. You just said that.
No, against West Ham. Against West Ham.
How was that rob of the green? We deserved that goal. It was
I don't think you did. I don't think you did deserve the goal. I don't think you did.
Bear with me a second. Stay there for a second, Kes. You can come back and have this conversation in a minute because Declan McCarthy's with your manager, actually. Let's hear from Michael Carrick.
Thank you, Adam. Michael, thank you for joining us live on talkSPORT. A real battle out there. What did you make of your team's performance tonight?
Yeah, it was. There was a bit of everything in the game. It was a tough game. We expected that. The way they played. Credit to them. They're a good team. Make it difficult. I thought we did a lot of good things in the game. Created opportunities. Some good chances. Could have taken them. Could have created bigger opportunities sometimes from the moments that we had. Went 1-0 up and in a good spot. Should have had a second penalty. I don't understand if it's pretty much the same situation of a two-hand grab really, and definitely got one wrong. So it'll be interesting to know what they tell me what one was wrong. Was it they give the penalty or was it the one that they didn't? Because I don't understand how you can have such a variation in decisions when it's exactly the same instance really. And there's a massive moment in the game because then it ends up chaos. They go and score, and then kind of the game ends up unravelling from there a little bit. But so that was tough to take, and I still don't understand it. And then I thought we defended and coped with the 10 men at that for that point of all that added time that we haven't seen added on for such a long time. I don't know where it was something that came back into the game.
I did actually see a reaction. The eyebrow went up. What were you thinking at that stage?
Yeah, just probably typical the way the end of the game went with the decisions, and all of a sudden they keep me in a check on every 5 seconds. That's not been done for quite some time from WAF. For what I've been involved in anyway. So I thought we managed the heads well. I thought the boys coped with that well. The boys came off the bench and finishing the game really strong, and it was a big point for us in the end.
And obviously on a day where he's been called back into the England squad, Harry Maguire did see red. What did you make of that particular incident?
Yeah, I can understand. I suppose when I haven't seen it back, genuinely haven't seen it. But I think in the moment, if he is being if he's gone past him and he's gone clean through, then I suppose that's the decision. But that's in the moment. I haven't seen it back, so that's one of them. But it shouldn't be that. We should have another penalty, and we should, or at least had the chance to go 2-0 up. So that's the bit that kills us tonight.
I suppose that's like you say, the biggest frustration is a few moments just before you're wondering why you haven't got yourself a penalty. It is a point away from home. Bournemouth don't lose here often. I mean, that's a big positive to take to back up the superb home form you've shown this season.
Yeah, for sure. It's a point, and we can't take that for granted. It's especially the way it went, and with the 10 men, it's easy. We've seen them games at times slip away from you, and they got a late one against Liverpool, and you're kind of looking at it going, it happens, and they're a good team at doing that. So I was really delighted with the boys, especially the boys coming off the bench as well and finishing the game with difficult circumstances. I thought they did fantastic to see the game out.
And 4 points clear of 4th spot now. Do you feel like it's your spot almost to lose?
No. Listen, there's a lot of football to be played. I think we've done well to get ourselves in the position that we're in, and there's obviously a lot of work to do. Yeah.
And a big break in between now and the Leeds game. Do you sort of welcome that break? Is it a chance for you to get players back in, the fringe players back into the squad, or would you want another one?
No, it is what it is. International is what it is. So it's. We kind of used to it. We miss one weekend when we get back, but with it being the one after the internationals, it probably won't feel as long as it gives the international lads a bit of time to not have to rush back totally from that. So we'll be prepared and ready for Leeds.
Real pleasure, Michael. Thank you for joining us on talkSPORT.
Top man, Declan McCarthy there with Manchester United manager Michael Carrick. We'll hopefully hear from Andoni Iraola as well at some point in the next half an hour. Just a quick one, a moment or two ago, we were talking about double jeopardy, weren't we? We sendings off and various things like that. And I knew there was some intricacies in that particular law, of which I just wanted to clear up. So, the rule application, if a defender makes a genuine attempt to play the ball, and that's the key word, genuine attempt to play the ball, sliding tackle, for example, but commits a foul that denies a goal-scoring opportunity inside the box, it's a penalty and a yellow card. Harry Maguire is not making a genuine attempt to play the ball, is he?
No.
Because the exceptions are that if you are doing serious foul play, violent conduct, biting, spitting, cynical foul, there you go, cynical foul, such as pulling, pushing or holding, which Harry Maguire was doing, it then becomes a red card. Shall we get back to your mate?
Yeah.
Kez, you're back on, pal. How are you?
Yeah, so let's finish up what we were just talking
Go
about.
for it.
Like, it's an unbelievable thing that Carlton Cole's saying here.
Why is it unbelievable? Why is it unbelievable?
Absolutely, you're talking out your backside. You're saying that, like, imagine the West Ham game. What attack did you have? What attack did you have other than that Souček goal?
I think we should have won the game. I think we should have won the game. I think we should have won the game.
Because you had one attack the whole game.
I think we should have won the game. Say something.
But why? Why? Tell me why. You have to.
I think we should have won the game. That's what I feel. I feel that way. Because I feel that way.
You feel that way because because you do you remember the game?
Yes, I do. I watched it. Yes, I do because I work at West Ham. And what?
Okay, fair enough. So Souček had one attack the whole game. So okay. So what? I will go home.
We defended well. I think we should have got more out of the game. You lot come on, scored the last minute goal, drew the game.
But Sesko deserved that goal, no? Did Sesko
he just come on? He come on. He got a last minute winner. So I thought you were lucky.
Screamer, and he deserves it.
It was a great goal. It was a great goal.
It was a great goal, and he deserves it, no?
Yeah, so he didn't.
Yeah, so exactly.
No, but I think it was lucky. It was a good goal. I think West Ham were unlucky, mate.
Anything you want.
I thought we were unlucky.
Anything you want.
Listen, you can say your opinion, innit? This is my opinion.
Go on.
Simple.
Go ahead. Yeah, no. I don't deny your opinion. I completely agree with you.
But you're saying I'm talking rubbish. I didn't say you were talking rubbish. You come on here and attack me. I'm a West Ham fan. You're a Man United fan, and I'm telling you my opinion.
Okay, understood. And let's go back to the game today. So Maguire should have got sent off. If it was the last minute, I was live in the game, so I didn't actually see it like on TV. I haven't seen the replays. I haven't seen any of that. But if he was the last man, he deserved a red card. But we deserved the penalty. Did we or did we not deserve that penalty? He got pushed.
I'll tell you what, Kej.
Yes.
Oh, hang on. Sorry, I was just being told that we had the Bournemouth manager. I'll tell you what, you have a rest, my man. We'll be back in a minute. You're listening to talkSPORT.
How do you feel that Jamie's wearing your mask? How do you feel about that?
I can't even see him. I can't see him.
I haven't got the mask on. I haven't got the mask on.
Fully got it on.
See it.
Just breathing in there the lot.
Do you know what? All I can say is I wish I had the mask on now.
To be fair, you look like Ange.
It's just who we are, mate.
Your team play like
Seriously, though, mate. We're senior.
Can we end it now?
mate. You've turned into a meme club, you are.
Can we end this interview now?
No.
Hold on. Say that again.
You've turned into a meme football club.
I remember. I mean, the last week, I don't think I've ever known a week like it, right? So you go back to Wednesday of last week and 74 minutes on the clock, and you think about what's happened. Conceded 5 goals in 30 minutes.
Slap.
Jesus Christ. Listen,
has anyone seen Candy, Dennis Wise?
Right, okay, hold on.
Solar.
Yeah, hold on.
And then there you go. Listen, who's that?
No, leave it, man. Leave it. No, leave it. No, I'm doing it. No.
But did you think you would come from 3-0 down? Did he think he'd come from 3-0 down?
It was confident. It was encouraging signs, he said.
Are you PSG?
I'm a United fan.
He's a bloody United fan.
Hey!
Don't swear.
Come on, boys. Listen, at the end of the day.
Hold on, who are you playing in the Champions League?
No, listen. Who's going to play next year? Who's going to play next year?
Champions League. I'm getting sick of United fans.
Sports Bar Weekend on talkSPORT. I'm Adam Catterall. Cole is alongside me. Lots of phone calls coming in, left, right and centre. 03717 223344. It's been 2 apiece between Bournemouth and Man United. Quite an entertaining game, but I suppose the big story is going to be about penalties. One given, one not given, even though there was another one given earlier on in the game, but I think everybody knows what I'm referring to. One not given for Man United, and then about 60 seconds later, they go up the other end and Bournemouth get a penalty in pretty similar circumstances, pretty similar looking fouls, pretty similar looking incidents. One given, one not given. Were Man United robbed? That's the question. 03717 223344. Chris, how are you, mate?
I'm good, mate. How are you?
Yeah, good, man. Thanks for giving up a bit of time to come and join us, pal. What do you want to say?
No worries. Great show, boys, by the way.
Thanks, mate. Go on. What do you want to say, pal?
Right, so what I don't understand is this. Is if the referee doesn't give the first penalty for United, but then gives one for Bournemouth, for me, what looks a pretty similar incident, surely VAR has to step in there, you know, at the very least tell the referee to go and have a look, because you can't have two very similar or identical situations and have two completely different outcomes.
Yeah, where do they draw the line? That's what we want to know. When they step in, where do they draw the line?
Well, you just can't have it both ways. You know, they're either both penalties or neither are. And if the referee's got one wrong, that's why VAR steps in and says, well, have a look, because...
Have a look again, yeah.
10 minutes ago, up the other end of the pitch, and he didn't give a penalty, and now you're giving a penalty for this. And surely everybody walks away and goes, yeah, fair enough.
Do you know something? That's an actual real intelligent way of looking at the VAR incident, because I think the first incident, like I said, I think it's a penalty, but I don't know if it's clear and obvious to say that it is or it isn't. So therefore, what you're saying, compare the two, because it's the same phase of play. It's not like you're going back, is it, to like 10 minutes ago. Do the same phase. It's the same phase of play. Compare the pair of them. And then he can come to the conclusion going, well, actually, it's the same thing, so I'm not going to give a penalty to either of them. Let's just get on with the game.
And that's fair.
You just want consistency for me. So, like I said, you wouldn't get, if the Bournemouth foul, if the Bournemouth penalty doesn't get given, you haven't got United fans coming on and complaining about it tonight, because each have both been rubbed off. So for me, it's like, if the referee is happy for the first one not to be a penalty, then how can he all of a sudden not happy?
Could he say that the second one he's actually running? He's running at real pace the second time, isn't he? Like Ahmad's got the ball and he's doing a few tricks and he's jinking from side to side. He's not at full tilt when he gets touched and goes over.
He's going to pull the trigger, isn't he? That's what he's doing.
The goal scoring opportunity.
He's having a shot and you're getting bowled over. Coley played up front. Coley knows. Any little nudge, but you won't go for a flick on. You get a nudge from a centre half. It puts you off. You miss your header.
Of course you do.
You know, pulling the trick. You're in front of the sticks. You're going to have a shot, and all of a sudden somebody's got two hands on you, pushing you over. If I was stood in the pub and somebody pushed me over like that, you know. Would it be
couple of scoops in, mate. Yeah, you're all over the place, aren't you? You've gone. Chris, I think you made a good point there. Can VAR compare, because it's the same phase of play? They've given a decision for one and not the other. Can you compare both incidents and then make a decision?
That's common sense, but
VAR. No, we can't do it. Sorry, Chris gave us some common sense. What are you playing at, Chris? Come on, man. The game ain't got no common sense. What are you playing at? Come on. Nigel, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. Thanks for having me on, guys.
You're welcome to be on, mate. What do you want to say?
Thank you. We keep talking about clear and obvious. Is that right?
Yeah.
Keeps on coming up.
Well, my understanding of clear and obvious is that's why we brought VAR in, to help the referee.
Right.
So if the referee can't make a decision on what's clear and obvious, why should he not use VAR? VAR is there to help the referee. We're saying it's not clear and obvious. If the guy in the VAR studio is there who's got a bit of time to look at this objectively, impartially, why not go, you might miss one here. Let's stop the play. The next bit I want to ask is there a time limit between the goal being scored and when VAR comes in and says, right, okay, we've missed the opportunity to look at it now, play runs on, and what happens after this happens after this? Does anybody know how long there is?
I don't know, because it could go on for a minute, and then they could be going on, because sometimes they're looking at it whilst the game is happening, then they bring it back.
Yeah.
But what is the time limit on that?
Wouldn't it be good, guys, for the fans to understand what the rules are? I mean, we watch a lot of American football. And stuff with that is much clearer. You know, there's lots of referees, there's lots of umpires. We get the opportunity to look at plays and review plays. Obviously, I'm a football fan going back to the early 1960s. And the game that we watch now is very different to the game I used to watch, that's for sure.
The thing is, Nigel, on this...
consistency.
You're 100% right, Nigel. But on the clear and obvious thing, right? So the first incident, the one that Ahmad, the Ahmad foul, right? So the referee has made a decision. I don't know. He's made a decision on the pitch. That's not a penalty. So the VAR guy would have looked at it, no doubt. But he's then gone, well, it might be, it might not be. And if it might be or might not be, it's not clear. It's not clear and obvious. So therefore, he's let it run. So therefore, on the pitch, the second one, the referee's given it. And the VAR guy's probably doing the exact same thing again. He's going, well, it might be, it might not be. So I can't overrule it because there's that air of doubt.
But that's what we kind of want as well, though.
Back to my point. That's what comes to my point about VAR. VAR should surely be there. We should have a look at it. I prefer, given we've got VAR now and technology in this day and age, that's the whole point of having it, to go, let's give it 10, 15 seconds. Let's get the referee over. We'll have a look at it. If it's not a penalty, it's a drop ball, we carry on with the game. Because we've got VAR, we either get rid of it or we keep it. So it's there, let's use it.
Right, so hang on, right? So let's say get rid of it. Tonight, if there's no VAR, obviously the referee on the pitch has given one and he's not given the other.
Yep.
So we don't have VAR to go to. So are you happy with the decision?
You're saying if we haven't got VAR?
Yes. Because that's technically, that's kind of, in a way, that's kind of how it's played out tonight, hasn't it?
So
Well, it hasn't.
Are you saying...
Because we've got VAR, haven't we?
Are you saying, so for them to stop it, have a look at it, and then carry on the game? Or you're saying... Because the referee's saying play on, and you're saying you're saying to stop it right there instead of saying play on.
I'm saying that the VAR officials are professionally qualified referees.
Right.
We're saying, as football fans, who pay good money to watch football matches and support our team and buy team kit, we want clarity and fairness and parity and all of the other things we think we're entitled to.
I agree.
We're not getting that. And I think until we get that, we're always going to be having phone-ins where fans
so how are we going to get there?
Club
how
are going to moan. Well, that's why we have people who are further up the chain going, we've got to improve it. I mean, they're starting to talk to referees now and get them speaking about games and talking about the decisions they've taken. I think even they're finding it difficult now to justify which ones are right and which ones are wrong. I mean, I hear so many different post-match commentaries, and it seems really difficult for them to tell us what we think we need to know. And as a fan, it's bloody confusing, guys. You go and watch a game,
you're right,
and you're going, well, there's passion in football. That's what we love about the game. But it's never been any different. But we've got VAR now to get rid of it. I thought that was the model we were going down.
They just don't...
We've still got it. It's not right. It needs improving.
So the technology's there. It works. But we don't know how to work it, basically.
Yeah, but it comes back to what I was just saying.
Technology's there. It works. But we don't know how to use it.
Yeah, but it comes back to personally, I hate VAR. Just get rid of it and let's have a man...
It's not going to happen.
Yeah, I know it's not going to happen. I know it's going to happen. The frustration, I can completely understand any Man United fan's frustration tonight, but the reality is the man on the pitch has given a decision for incident 1. The man in the yard, in the van or whatever,
saying it's not clear and obvious.
He's saying it's not clear and obvious, so therefore I can't overrule it.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to give him. I'm not going to even give him a tap. The man on the pitch has given a ruling on the pitch for incident number 2, and the man in the van has felt the exact same way. He goes, "Well, I can't overrule it because it's not clear and obvious." So you've got to go with what has been given on the pitch. So this incident is a moment of human error. I think most of us would,
and you'd accept that. You'd accept that without VAR.
If there was no VAR, I'd be sat here going, listen, swings. It
is what it is, isn't it?
Referee's missed one. He's given one. Yeah. It is what it is.
Yeah. Your luck will come down later on down the line.
You would think so.
Yeah.
At some point. But I can completely understand Man United fans' frustration because, let's be dead straight, the first one's a penalty. 03717 22 33 44. Keep your calls coming. I can see that you're ready to rock and roll. We'll get you on the radio next.
you feel that Arne Slot is getting his excuses in early before they meet PSG?
I just think that ultimately Liverpool have had a great result and well done them. And people suggesting that Arne Slot was under pressure for this game, they come out and smashed Galatasaray.
Right.
Fantastic. But I don't like managers building in some comfort zone into... There's no need to build up PSG as a boogeyman. There's every suggestion that you shouldn't be sitting there on television like I was advocating for a moment ago saying, we're going to smash PSG, because I know that puts you as a hostage to fortune.
Right.
But there's no need to start building in how good PSG are, what they are and what they're not. Who cares? How good are you and what do you do? And there's no need to build in the fact that you're playing Brighton on Saturday at 12:30, because, by the way, Brighton haven't got the same sort of squad as you got.
All right.
So,
I mean, but surely last night against Galatasaray, it was a near-perfect performance. Is that not what Liverpool fans worldwide have been calling out for? And is it going to go anyway to calming the Slot sceptics, of whom there are many? Ian, big Liverpool fan, you're first up again. What would you like to say? Good morning.
Hi, lads. Okay.
Good, Ian.
I totally agree with Simon. He's getting like a buffer in place there before we play them. He shouldn't be saying things like that. We're playing PSG. They're a good side. They won it last year. But at the end of the day, we're Liverpool Football Club. And what we've got to do is just get at them and the same type of tempo we played last night, that's what we need even more. So I totally agree with Simon. Sometimes in some of his language he says on the interviews, it does sound like he's getting his excuses in early, and it gets on my nerves. If he fails to realise he's managing one of the biggest clubs in the world.
In a season where both clubs are measuring themselves against different targets, a point probably tells you a bit of the story, but definitely not all of it. But it's finished. Bournemouth 2, Manchester United 2.
2-2 on the South Coast a little earlier on. Lots of controversy. We're going to continue the calls in a minute on 03717 223344. Don't forget, we've got the trivia coming up as well a little later on. That'll lighten the mood, no doubt, with people ringing in the programme. But right now, I think it's only fair that we get back down to the South Coast because Declan McCarthy is with Andoni Iraola.
Andoni, thank you for joining us on talkSPORT. A club record 11 games without defeat now. What did you make of your team's performance tonight in a tough battle?
Yes, I think it has been quite an entertaining game, I think. Have been chances for both teams, quite open. I think overall I'm pleased with the performance. Probably a point against United is normally it's a good point, but it's true that looking at the bigger picture, it's the 5th draw in a row, so you feel like in a lot of these draws we've been the team closer to winning them, and it's not something that practically gives us too much.
To come from behind not once but twice, I mean, the team showed real character tonight.
Yes, it's something that we've been doing, I think, all the season. Probably the way we play. The first goal is not as decisive that with other teams, let's say. And I think we've recovered a lot of points conceding the first goal. Also, we've lost points scoring the first goal. So games are quite open, not as good as probably the game we played at Old Trafford, the 4-4, but I think we were, especially in the second half, the closest team to winning the game today.
Absolutely. I mean, it was a real close game throughout, but it felt like the penalty sort of ignited the game somewhat. Did you have any complaints with it?
No, I think both penalties have been quite clear. I think they are clear situations. They've lost both defenders the position, and they have to hold the offensive players. I think in their case, Evanilson, it was against the keeper, is a red card. I don't think has been too much to discuss.
And obviously, both sides come into the game in great form. When the 9-minute board went up, they've obviously gone down to 10 men. Are you thinking that there's a real good chance we can come away with 3 points tonight?
Yes, but they've risen, I think, the game well. No, I think they've got a couple of fouls from Bruno. I remember in that side. Also, we've lost a couple of balls on the wings. We had a couple of chances or situations, but not probably as clear as we wanted. No, I think we played overall very well, but these 12-15 minutes we played against 10, I think we haven't maximized our options.
And just finally from me, Andoni, obviously reports have come out from Spain with a club that is close to your heart in Atletico Bilbao. I know you're a bit of a legend there at the club. You were out of contract in this summer. Is that a position you would find hard to turn down if it arose?
No, I said it, I think, before. No, it affects me as a supporter, if you want, because, it's the team that I support, and I really admire Ernesto. It has been my reference, but it doesn't affect the situation we have. I think with the club, my relationship is top, and I've been in this situation of finishing contract almost every season that I've been managing. And now is a moment where we will have to take decisions. But I knew about the news more because I'm the supporter of that team, and everyone always tells you or sends you a message. Yes.
Can you imagine why the club might be touchy though, and maybe want to have a sit down with you over the international break and speak about that long-term future?
We have a great relationship. I think we speak not now. It's not we are gonna make a meeting today. No, we speak every day. I speak with Simon, with Thiago every day. They come to every training almost, and we will take the decisions we need to take. Yeah.
Andoni, thank you very much for joining us on talkSPORT.
Andoni Iraola there catching up with Declan McCarthy of talkSPORT in the immediate aftermath of the 2-2 draw with Manchester United. Back to the calls. 03717 22 3344. Bournemouth fans, do you think you got away with one tonight? Obviously with the penalty decisions and obviously reactions to your manager talking there. A little earlier on we did hear from Michael Carrick. United fans are teaming up. They are queuing up, should I say, to be on talkSPORT. So let's get through it, shall we? Lee, how are you, mate? You good?
Lee.
Yes, sir. How are you guys?
Very good, man. Whereabouts in the world are you, Lee?
I'm in actually the USA currently.
Oh, good. Did you catch the game? Did you watch it all?
Oh, yes.
Right,
all
then.
of it.
Go for it, man. What do you want to talk about?
Well, actually, I've never actually even looked at this before. PGMOL, Professional Game Match Officials Limited. That's their full name. I've never actually even before.
You Googled it.
It's very, very interesting because the more you look at it, the more you find.
Go on.
Now, here's the thing. There's so much gray area. When you have so much gray area, it's always open to interpretation.
Mm-hmm.
And that interpretation is always considered and taken into an effect by whoever controls that, that narrative.
Correct.
In this case, it's PGMOL. So now here's my thing: the staff. Okay, I wish you guys would bring every time this kind of situation occurs. I wish you guys would bring the heads, like the staff of that PGMO, because we never ever hear from them.
No.
Ever.
We've got Dermot. We've got Dermot. Dermot comes on from time to time and tries to explain it.
No, I mean like Howard Webb.
Oh, he ain't coming on,
Jones.
is he? He's not coming on.
Come on.
It's the hot seat. They don't like the hot seat, do they?
No, because they know. So they lead with the fans. They create chaos.
Yeah.
And then they lead the fans, the teams, the supporters, and everybody else to deal with the mess.
Yeah.
And here we are today.
Yeah.
And this is going to keep continuing because there's no black and white. There's no official rule. And I understand that because, a game happens, a certain situation is always defined by that specific situation. Here's the thing, though, and I want to quote this, okay? And this is exactly from your Wikipedia, and I really want to say this. Hear me out. Every Premier League match is evaluated by a former senior referee to measure the referee's technical performance, along with fellow players and managers and delegates who assess accuracy and consistency of their decision and management of the game to ensure correct results. Now, here's the most interesting fact. PGMOL no longer sends evaluators to the match. Instead, relies solely on video analysis. That's VAR. Some referees in a select group have criticized the system, believing it misses the critical environmental consideration in the game and management. And also, the main thing is, whenever you have so much gray area, you leave so much into interpretation, which can bring in so much,
that's the key thing.
You can change the rules. You can change the rules. You can change you can bend it a little bit.
Well, it's your interpretation as leagues insinuating there.
Well,
that grey area is the killer in this particular moment.
But that's how football's supposed to be anyway.
Yes.
Exactly.
So why do we need the VAR?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Just let one person referee it, and then we'll stick with human error. We'll all accept human error, and we'll get the beautiful game back, and we can get the emotion back in the game.
Yeah, and it makes more sense for me for it to be like that, because then we're not addressing the situation. We're still making the errors, so it's not working. So look, they're not going to get rid of it because of the small part. I think they should keep the offside thing in, but even the offside, it
does my head in.
Yeah, because sometimes it's a bunion that's offside.
Yeah, man.
Do you know what I mean? Sometimes it's a fingernail, and it's splitting hairs. That's why I'm like,
let's have some daylight.
Yeah.
Let's bring daylight back to offside.
And then we talk about the goal line. The goal line's a good one.
Absolutely.
The goal line's a good one.
I'm all for that.
But some of the rest of it, mate.
Just let the referee.
And today, you would have accepted it. Teams would have accepted, say, he's made an obvious error there, but we'll get it back down the lines later on. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Luck will go in our favour. That's what I was trying to say earlier. Sometimes it evens itself out.
What about this
the season?
What about this? Right.
That's how as professionals we used to always say that in the dressing room. Says, do you know what? It will go our way next week. Do you know what I mean? Because sometimes it goes against you.
Yeah.
And then you're thinking, how did he get that wrong? But then later on down the line, when it goes your way, you don't say nothing.
03717 22 3344.
What does that framework look like? Are we talking about like back end of summer? We could see AJ back in the ring if it all goes well. Where is it? And do we still get that Tyson Fury fight possibly at the back end of this year?
I think that him fighting in the summer is hopefully what we're working towards. But it's very different him training as he has been and going back into a proper full-on camp. And I think that's what we have to see over the next few weeks, how he gets back into those full camps, those training sessions. The Fury fight is the one everyone wants. We all want it. We're all fans.
2 years, isn't it? I mean, if you think about it, if AJ fights in the summer, it's 2 years. Put Jake Paul to one side, all respect, but it's 2 years since a competitive fight. So there's going to have to be some finessing and ensuring that he can get to the levels that require him to be able to fight someone like Fury.
I think the problem we've got, obviously, with Anthony Joshua, and a massive hurdle he has to overcome is this psychological damage that he's got going in there, and that's bigger than the physical battle. That's bigger than the warm-up fights, etc., etc. And that's where none of us are going to be able to give those answers until AJ sort of.
Well, I think in part that battle has been embraced by Anthony by saying he wanted to fight. I think most people were expecting him not to. I think people saw him in London post the circumstances in December and felt that there was very little chance that Anthony was psychologically and physically wanting to fight again.
Yeah.
That he made that choice himself. So I think he's embraced that battle already.
And he's 100% positive that is the case, Frank. He wants to fight again. He wants to fight this year.
Yeah, look, it's his life. As I say, it's all he's known and it's all he's focused on for the last 17, 18 years since he went to the Olympics and won the gold medal and then became world champion.
Let's be honest, we've all found ourselves raging at a referee's decision at some stage. This feel familiar?
That is an absolutely shocking decision.
They've got a case in that it was a bad decision.
It's such a poor decision.
Yeah, I think he's just made a bad decision in that instance.
But what does it take to get to the very top of football refereeing? Every referee starts with their county FA. It's a simple training course and you can take it as soon as you hit your 14th birthday. Once you've done that, you have to go through at least 11 hours of face-to-face training. You'll then graduate as a Level 7 official, which means you can take charge of county-level games. But hold your horses, there's still a long way to go to get to the Premier League. Your next step is to spend a year each at Levels 6, 5 and 4. This covers the top of the amateur game. Only at Level 3 do you start doing Northern Counties or Isthmian League level games, for example. If you've done this all quickly, you can reach Level 2 and ref your first National League match after, I don't know, 6 years? After getting enough experience at that level, you can apply to be a referee in the EFL. There's an interview, people watching you do games, and then, if the EFL are happy, you'll be granted a Level 1 licence to ref in games in League 2 and above. Now, they don't just say on you go to the Premier League, you have to work your way up through the divisions. Only after years of hard work and refereeing on cold Tuesday nights in Stoke can you be considered to do matches in some of Europe's very best stadiums. Now, who was the youngest to reach the very top? It was actually Michael Oliver. He refed his first Premier League match in 2010 at the tender age of just 25. So if you want to follow in his footsteps, crack on. It'll only take you roughly a decade, thousands of hours of work and an incredibly thick skin. In total, there are 37,000 registered referees across England, but the PGMOL has only deemed 21 good enough for the top flight. That means there's not even a 1 in 1,000 chance you'll even make it in.
So Sports Bar Weekend, they're on talkSPORT. I'm Adam Catterall Carlton Cole is alongside me, taking your calls on the draw between Bournemouth and Manchester United. 03717 223344. Ryan will be here in about 15 minutes, talking about the betting lines for the games of the weekend. Obviously, we've got the Carabao Cup final to get stuck into as well. And of course, we've got some trivia coming your way. Not before we have a little bit of a look around Europe and all those English lads doing a little bit on the continent. 03717 223344. That's the telephone number if you want to get involved with the Sports Bar Weekend tonight. Right, let's get back to it. Do you want to talk about any actual performances tonight?
Yeah, listen, we're talking about VAR and referees and decisions. We ain't talked about any performance.
Who performed well then tonight for you?
Bruno Fernandes was... What a player he is. And now I'm glad that he's getting his flowers, because a lot of people saying, Bruno, I'm not sure, and this and that. He ain't a top player or whatever it is, but you can see now that the way he just controls the narrative of the game, speeds it up, his angles, how he receives the ball, how he sprays the ball from side to side. And he's helping Kobbie Mainoo as well. That's a young player coming through. Like he's a top-notch player, isn't he? top notch. So credit to him.
Yeah, listen, I think Michael Carrick's organisation of Manchester United since he come in has been very, very good. He's playing players in the right position. Having Bruno Fernandes further up the pitch is absolutely having a massive effect, not just on him, but obviously on the team and how they play. Tonight, I think they struggled at certain moments to be able to just get that final pass, to create those little moments, to create the clear-cut chances. But they dominated the game. They dominated the game with possession. They played some really good stuff, and they look good.
On Bournemouth's end, I'm a striker. I love Evan Nilsson. Although he's not prolific, but he's a problem. He's a problem for any defence, and obviously causes a lot of hassle for any defender he comes up against. And I like Rayan as well. Rayan is a player.
Yeah, young lad. What is he, 18, 19 years of age?
Yeah,
something like that?
He's a proper player as well. He's going to be really good. So Bournemouth have got a lot to look forward to as well. So, yeah. But Bruno today, is just the way he just controls the game, man, is a problem for any team.
We're going to talk England squad in about half an hour.
Yeah.
Because obviously they've named 35 lads, and this time around you're allowed to get it down to 26. It used to be 23. So you're allowed to get it to 26. And 9 of the fellas that were named in that 35-man squad for those games against Uruguay and Japan won't be going. I'm currently going through my list of who's going to get Simon Cowell. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Bin bagged. There you go. On your way. It's going to be brutal because there's a lot of talented football.
It always is. You know, some talented football's in this pack, but not everyone can make that play.
No, they can't. 9 of them obviously not going to make that. 03717 223344 with your own opinion on it.
Do you know who? I thought Welbeck would get a sniff. You know?
Did you?
I did. I thought Welbeck, he deserves a little run out, mate. Like
in this 35-man squad, let's see what the crack is.
Yeah, I thought he deserved a call up and a bit of recognition, you know. But obviously, it's not charity. It's not charity for Tuchel. He's thinking. But out of all this, the striker. I look at strikers.
Yeah, go on then.
Got to go for the goals. There's forward players. Out of them, who do you think least deserves to be even in this fold?
I think it's between 2.
Solanke.
Correct.
And Calvert.
No.
I thought Calvert's done all right, to be fair.
No, he's not my second one.
Who are you going for?
And I'm the biggest fan of this player. But I just do not think...
Phil Foden.
He's not playing well.
Phil Foden.
Why is he in the squad? Just what, on name reputation alone? Come on. Not playing well. He's not doing it for Man City.
Yeah, he's not.
He's not. Never.
And he's never really done it for England.
No. For me, I'm looking at those strikers. Don't get me wrong. There's a couple of others that I can highlight as well. Cole Palmer's not really banging form at the moment, is he? But Dom Solanke, with all due respect, and Phil Foden, they're good players on their day. They're just not having their day right now.
Yeah.
At the moment, for me, they don't make the 26. We'll have this. We'll continue this conversation in around about 20 minutes' time. So keep your calls coming. Who've we got? We've got Kai. Welcome, mate. Thanks for your patience, Kai. What do you want to say, pal?
Hello there, bud. Can you hear me all right?
Got you, mate. Got you, man. Go on. What do you want to do?
Excellent. I was just sort of touching on a point from the last caller as well, actually, going into the Wikipedia, and the previous caller talking about the VAR. And obviously this is a big issue with the clear and obvious. Now, to me, clear and obvious is to solve a problem that the referee's made a blatant mistake with. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yep. Now, how would you determine what makes something clear and obvious and not? Because this seems to be the issue.
Yeah.
If we could overcome the clear and obvious problem, simply, all these debates would fall away. The newspaper headlines would fall away. The auditing that the chap before was talking about, it wouldn't exist, would it? Why not ask VAR to put a time limit on it? You have a 30-second or a 20-second window to see if they spot the issue. Now then, if they spot the issue in that 20 seconds, it goes back to the ref. He gets 15 seconds, 3 camera angles, 5 seconds a camera angle. And if he can't see it in that, it wasn't clear and obvious. If the VAR officials back at Bletchley Park or wherever it is nowadays, they can't spot it in 20 or 30 seconds, that's not clear and obvious. You can't be giving people 3, 4, 5 minutes on certain calls.
You're right. There has to be a time limit on clear and obvious.
There has to be. There has to be.
It seems to me like it's a solution that I've never heard suggested, and I only thought of it when the chap two previous calls before.
You got common sense, Keith.
Yeah. Sorry, hang on a minute. You're not allowed common sense on video.
We're not allowed common sense.
Yeah, you've overcooked it.
You're overdoing it now, mate.
Come on, man. What are you doing?
You're overdoing it.
But it's insane because obviously I'm an Arsenal fan. I live in Bournemouth, love Bournemouth, but I'm an Arsenal fan.
Yeah.
Supporter, should I say. Now, obviously, all of us are with our own teams, our own supporters. When we have the debates and that, we're a little bit biased towards certain calls and decisions. Now, you can't say that we can be biased with these decisions, but a ref or I don't know, say your VAR official, etc., despite the professionalism, everyone still has a bias.
Yeah.
You can't take that out of human instinct.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we have to find a way to overcome that fairly. Now, everything else would fall away, and I don't know why I've never thought of it before, and I suppose it's just because of the emotion in the moment, that a time limit would eradicate that. Because
Do you know something? You've nailed it.
Clear and obvious.
Yeah.
You've nailed it. I think you're right. You should be able to just go to one replay straight away, and it should be staring you in the face. Oh, hang on a minute, referee's missed an absolute clanger there. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And if you can't see it within instantly, or like with a little bit of leeway, to basically give VAR the justification that it's the right thing to have, and it's fair
two angles,
for everyone.
Two little angles.
Exactly.
If it's not there, clear off. Let's get on with the game.
Yeah, but you still, if you find it in them camera, in them video shots, etc.
Yeah.
Then in that time period, it has to then go back to the ref. Not call him over because you spent 4 minutes, or even if you spend 30 seconds. Not call him over and give him the snippets from every different angle where you've now pinpointed the exact moment that you finally found that it was obvious to you.
Yeah. Because you're trying to convince him as well. That's what they're trying to do in there. They're trying to convince him.
Yeah, look, we found this.
Yeah,
you don't need that.
And then obviously the referee's going to be like, do you know what? If they're saying it, there's two of them in there against my one, I'm going to go with that. There's never really a situation when he goes over to the screen and says, no, I'm sticking by my decision.
I think I've seen it once.
Yeah, I've seen it once as well. Yeah.
Maybe more. Yeah.
It's very rare.
And that's insane. How is that clear and obvious, bros?
Yeah, it's true.
Mate, I think you've absolutely
onto something there, mate.
I think you've absolutely nailed it. Obvious should be obvious.
Yeah.
We're not just sniffing around 65 different angles. Oh, well, now we found it.
Yeah.
There might be a chance there.
Yeah. It's like you're looking for the mistake.
Yeah.
Just leave it.
Play the replay. Oh, yeah, it's definitely happened. He's definitely handballed it.
Yeah.
Not like 65 replays where you're going, well, it's hit him in a certain place in his arm and all this.
And they're all speaking about it, taking their time.
It's not obvious.
It's not obvious.
You're all having a debate. It's not obvious, are you? Who've we got here? Tom, how are you?
I hope you're all right, Adam.
Yeah, good, man. How are you?
Yeah, good. Honestly, well, you've got ref watch, haven't you? With Cundy and O'Hara. He should be on crime watch, mate, for that tonight. For them two penalties.
Mate.
You've gone all in. You've 2-footed him, mate. You're 2-footing him.
Unbelievable.
It'll be on Panorama.
Unbelievable. Listen, to be fair, you can't. If you don't give one, you don't give the other. That's absolutely fine. No bother. Because Cundy against Palace the other week, I'll wear that. Do you know what I mean? It was a soft penalty. But listen, if you're going to give that one tonight, you've got to give the other one, haven't you? Surely.
Yeah.
100%, mate. 100%.
Do you not reckon?
Mate, listen, you've nailed it. The very, very similar incidents. Now, I don't know what the argument coming back is going to be. It's probably going to be like Evan Nilsson's running at a certain amount of pace, of which is then, and he's in a particular position.
I get that, Adam, and what you're on about. But like people keep going on VAR, this and that. It's not the problem. The problem with the Premier League is the consistency of the refs that are on the field. Because they've had this in Champions League this week where people are whinging about, it's all away refs against English teams and stuff. It's not. I just think it's a better standard of referee.
Miles better.
Honestly.
And they use VAR far more efficient, don't they? It's like, bang, 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 let's move on.
Correct, Adam, correct, 100%. And I think that, honestly, it ain't to do with VAR. And like you can talk about clear and obvious all day, but the top and bottom of it is you need that ref on the pitch to make a decision. And they don't need to anymore.
So you think our refs need to go into Europe to get training? Now. You think our refs need to go into Europe and get training?
I'll be honest with you, Carlton. I think they'd be better for it.
Yeah. Because it'll make the Premier League better, more smoother as well. And then it leaves the suspense out as well, I think, you're onto something there as well, mate. You're onto something.
Honestly,
we need to go and get coached.
Honestly, mate, I think the referee now has got the easiest job in the world because they can stand there and do nothing. They can stand there and do nothing. The linesman, he doesn't need to pull his flag up. Yeah. It makes them more indecisive than they've ever been. And what's that do for the game? Nothing.
Some of these referees are indecisive in nature anyway. So they're just thinking, oh, thank God I don't have to make the decision. So they'll be like, you do it. And that's what's happening.
Yeah. Tom, top man. Really good call, that, mate. Thank you very much. We're going to speak to Ryan in a minute. 03717 22 33 We'll be teaming up with talkSPORT Bet.
You know he's Brazil's all-time goal scorer?
I don't care. I don't
got
care.
more goals than Pele.
Was Pele all that? Was he all that, Pele? Would Pele get in to Arsenal's team now?
Hold on. What do you mean?
Would Pele get in Arsenal's team now? Would he get ahead of Martinelli?
You don't think Pele's any good?
I never saw it. I mean, all I've seen is
you're not having him better. You don't think he's better than Gyökeres?
I don't know whether Pele was as good as everyone said.
He won 3 World Cups.
I know, but that was back then, wasn't it?
What do you mean?
I know.
You're not having Pele?
No, it's a little bit like someone winning. Let's say back in like the
hat-trick in a World Cup final.
Let's say like in the early 1800s, early 1900s, someone won Wimbledon 25 times. They're not going to be better than Federer or Djokovic.
Right, but Pele can't help the fact that he was born in whenever he was born in the 60s.
At that time, Pele was obviously very good.
Right.
But don't tell me Pele gets an Arsenal's team now.
What do you mean?
The best side in the country. Who's he getting?
He's not getting in front of Gyökeres.
He ain't getting ahead of Saka.
Are you having a laugh?
No, I'm not.
What?
No.
I can't believe you said that.
I've
never heard you come out with so much guff.
No, but we don't.
Pele.
But we don't know how good Pele was.
What do you mean?
We are told.
What do you mean?
No, at the time,
he won 3 World Cups.
No, I know he did, and I'm not taking that. Of course, I'm not.
It's not like he played in the 1600s.
No, I know, but
we saw footage.
Yeah, we did see footage, but what I'm saying is, back then, footballers are better now than they were. Can we agree on this?
Yeah,
okay.
I understand what you're saying.
That's the point I'm making.
What's with the Euro trans pop? Is this where we're at? This is where we're at.
It's like I think it's like what they play in Budapest, isn't it?
This is like I'm in the Netherlands.
Netherlands, you're saying?
Yeah, wearing some like leather chaps.
Leather
with a waistcoat.
Nah, allow it.
Yeah, man.
I'm
Just
not-
marching. It's not dancing. It's just marching, isn't it? Everybody's all in.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All that type of vibe, man.
Like, this is Berlin. This is Berlin, mate. This is Berlin.
Berlin?
Yeah, this is Berlin.
What's up with Marco?
I've been to them type of clubs.
Have you?
Yeah.
What, with leather chaps on?
Nah. Nah. But I've been to a place in Berlin.
And they played this type of tune?
Europop like kind of.
Bit fresh for me. This
Smoothie, man. Smoothie.
Yeah, it's
you got to be in a bad place.
You walk into this gaff, it's like,
right. Everyone was looking at me. I looked like I didn't belong.
With these tunes, I can see it. One man that would definitely belong with these tunes, 100%. He'll be all over this. Will be our man Ryan. It is time to get the latest odds with talkSPORT Bet.
Bring it on with talkSPORT Bet. Download the app or visit talksportbet.com for exclusive offers and bonuses. 18 plus, gambleaware.org.
Right, you love a little bit of Europop, don't you, mate?
Someone passed me some glow sticks. Honestly,
Yeah?
I was going crazy
mate.
right there. Now, do you know what? It's not me. I like Coley, though. I've probably taken a wrong turn into a club like that.
Defo.
And thought, what am I doing
But
here?
you get on with it. You get on with it.
You have to get on with it.
Few
Get your
bevies,
head down.
Get a couple shots in. You're all right, mate.
When in Rome, do you know what I mean? Someone passed me the chaps, you know. And
it's not getting any better than this.
Right, what's the local club in your area? When you were growing up as a kid, 18, 19, 20 years of age,
What was your local hunt?
What was the local gaff?
Gatecrasher probably, and it had a room for every type of music. Do you remember that clubs like super clubs.
Yeah,
it was one of them. So you could take a left turn into 80s, and you could go to R&B and hip hop. Then you could go upstairs to some trance. So yeah, that was probably the one I used to go to. That was my old stomping ground.
And you'd be in what room?
R&B, man. R&B.
Smooth operator.
Smooth operator, man.
You do remind me of Peter Andre.
Yeah.
Without the tan.
A bit of mysterious girl. Yeah, that was me. That was me asking the DJ, typing it on my notes. Can you play this song for me? Mysterious girl.
You ain't one of them, are you? Going up to the DJ. Can you play that song? Play that.
I am. Yeah. No shame, Coley. No shame
from you.
I know, mate.
Man.
Asking for Mario and stuff like that. This
yeah, that's me, Catman. You know me too well.
One wish on that, Ray J. One wish.
One wish. I know we're talking.
Here, I'm going to give you 2 minutes. Get it off your chest. VAR, penalty, go.
Shambles, really. I think it was. I think it was a bit of a shambles, wasn't it? I mean, I was with you boys for the 4-4, wasn't I? Do you remember that?
Yes.
I think it was a Christmas party, wasn't it? So I kind of had in my mind a draw would be a good result today, but I wanted the win, of course. Of course you do. Like you said, Coley. I mean, Bruno, the Lord and Saviour, once again, he whips the corner in and creates that one, and of course tucks a penalty away. You might as well make yourself a cup of tea when Bruno's over the penalty. You know it's going to go in. You don't even have to watch it. But don't get me wrong, but I feel like Manchester United did control it. I'm happy with the draw, but like everyone said, I think everyone has really nailed it today, the callers. There's just no consistency. If he gives both penalties, fine. If he doesn't award both penalties, no problem. And VAR, for me, it's just... it feels like there's a too many cooks spoiling the broth scenario. It's like video assistant referee that's supposed to help everyone, and the humans are ruining it. Like it really just feels like it's a paradox. It is. It's just falling in on itself.
Good word.
It is. It's just not working. And we've been saying this for a long, long time now. That Ahmad one, it just is a penalty. It just is. You know, trying my best to remove my bias, but it is difficult. But immediately I thought, well, that's going to get chalked out. You know, and I think if the referee goes to the monitor, it does get chalked out. So it's all good and well sticking with the on-field decision, but knowing he'd probably change it and not sending him to the monitor. For me, there's just too many inconsistencies add. So, look, I'm happy with the point, but it's just a shambles. Yeah, it's just a shambles, isn't it? It's one of those.
Well done, mate. You kept that to 2 minutes as well. You know what I mean?
There you go.
I
See?
said 2 minutes. Let's do it.
I'm getting better. I didn't rant about Bruno. That's why. That's when I go off piece. You know that's when I can stick an extra 2 minutes.
He's playing well at the moment. I won't give him any jip. So
right, good. We're in a good place.
Yeah, we are.
What was the debate before between you two and
number
Verts
10s,
and Bruno?
Number
10s. What was it?
Yeah.
What was it?
He says that Bruno's the greatest number 10 that there's ever walked the planet.
That's definitely paraphrasing. I said, and this was last year. He's the best 10 on the planet, in my opinion. I just think he is.
Not far off it now, mate. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, certainly in the conversation.
Now he's playing number 10. Yeah, it looks like he's actually doing a bit.
Yeah, he's not picking the ball up off the centre backs anymore. So But he's always going to be good. He has been for about 5-6 years for us now. So
he's got to just get that jib in.
Oh yeah,
about 5-6 years, mate.
He's right. He's a top player.
Right, come on. Northeast derby time. Let's go. Newcastle versus Sunderland, my man. What odds and where's the value for me?
We know how spicy this game can get, don't we? It's a pleasure to see it back in the Premier League, really. Sunderland, a bit of a wounded animal. There's a lot of late fitness checks in the squad right now, so we're not quite sure what the starting lineup's going to look like. There's no other way to say it. Newcastle got absolutely spanked, didn't they? That's just the way it was, and they have to get over that quite quickly, but they are favourites. They're 4-6 favourites, probably as you'd expect. Sunderland are 4-1, as big as 4-1 on the Super Sunday, and the draw is 29-10. What can you look at? Where is the value? We'll look at the boosters. Newcastle to win, both teams to score. That's been boosted. That's a nice one at 11-4. Gordon to score the first goal. He's been in good form. That's been boosted to 13-2. Let's be real. Sunderland have not been good. If you want to back the Sunderland win, fair play, good on you. But they lost to Brighton. They lost to Port Vale as well. So I say remove the risk of going for a full-time result and go for that one-up early payout market if you're looking at Sunderland. If Sunderland go one-up at any point, talkSPORT better payout at 11-8. So you still get something back on it. So that's where I'd go if you want the Sunderland bias. But both teams to be carded in the first half. Let's hope it's a spicy one. That's 51-40. So if they get into it straight away, I think that's probably a good way of getting some value back on a card market. So a few things to go on there, boys. Let's just hope it's a cracker, because that's a hell of a day of football.
Yes, of which continues with the Carabao Cup final at 4:30, doesn't it? Arsenal, Man City. Go on, give it me.
I know. First time, first and second place have met each other in a final in the Carabao Cup ever. How weird is that? That is so strange. I heard that earlier, and I couldn't quite.
Real stat?
I heard it earlier. Someone needs to fact check me and come on, but
wow.
I heard that earlier. Yeah, I couldn't quite believe it myself. Let's hope it's a tasty one and it lives up to it. The narrative developing probably about, I don't know, maybe a month ago was whoever gets this win in this final gets a psychological advantage. Well, Arsenal are 9 points clear now, so they don't need the psychological advantage. They've already got that. In fact, United are closer to City than City are to Arsenal, so that's just where we are.
You can't resist, can you, man? You can't resist.
Another one, just a little kidney shot. Who are the favourites? It's Arsenal. Arsenal. They're on at 5-4. Yeah. I guess some people would expect it. City, again, they're good. Of course they are, but they just don't look like the City that we've seen in recent seasons. We've said that. We've all said that. They find themselves at 19-10, City, and the draw is on at 9-4. So we venture into, we can look at goal scorers, we can look at individuals, but to lift the trophy, it looks like this. Arsenal are odds on at 8-13. City are just over evens. Method of victory feels feasible. It does. I mean, Arsenal in extra time is 7-1. That's a good way of getting a bit of value if you think it'll be tight. Man City in extra time 13-1. So if you want to venture into method of victory, there's some value to be had. And either one of these two teams to win on penalties is 21-2. So I'll ask you, lads, do you think it's going to be as open as shut as Arsenal playing better, so they're going to win this game, or do you think it's going to be a tight one?
I think Man City. Have to.
Yeah.
No. What I'm saying is,
they have to go.
That they've got to go for it, because they're not. It's looking highly likely they're not going to win anything else other than this trophy. So they have to go for it. They've got to be at their very, very best in order to do it. But to the very best, Manchester City are wide open at the back. Yeah. So there'll be gaps, and I just think Arsenal are so efficient, so ruthless when it comes to defending
and countering.
I think they'll find a way.
I think the same. Look, I said about 2-0, maybe 3-0.
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah, only because at the end I think it'll be 1-0. I think Arsenal go up. I don't know why.
Get a little corner or something. Comes in off someone's backside.
Yeah, they'll get the rub. They'll get that. Then, obviously, because we, as you just alluded to, Man City need to win this, so they'll just be open, trying to go forward, and then Arsenal get them late on with a counter, and then seal it. Couple in the last, a little bit like their last game with Max Downham coming on and just.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Fair. 2-0's 10-1, 3-0's 21-1. So again, if you want to go for the scoreline, you get some. 3-0's 21-1.
Woo! That's a decent one, isn't it?
City need it. City need to do something in this. I think they drastically let themselves down, obviously, against Real Madrid, mainly in the leg at the Bernabeu. That's where they let themselves down. I mean,
but any team, as we were saying earlier, any team with Haaland in it, man,
they've got a chance.
Got a chance, of course they do.
But
is he in form?
Well, is any of them in form? Like, you watch Manchester City play, you could probably look to the wider lads, your Dokus and your Semenyos. They're probably the lads that are doing a bit chirky every now and again. He'll show you something, but he's not consistent enough.
No.
Rodri's miles off it from where he was.
Foden's non-existent at the moment.
And don't forget, Mark Gay can't play in this game, and he's their best defender.
Yeah.
So that's a huge shout from you, Ad. That's a great point.
So they're going to be wide open.
Going to be wide open, man.
Yeah.
So 3-0 it is then.
Yeah,
we're settling on it.
And the man that pulls them out of the mess, Donnarumma, he won't be at nets because he'll use James Trafford. It's the Carabao Cup final.
Oh, yeah. Good shout.
Arsenal are winning the game.
Yeah, you've convinced me. I was on the fence before this, but you've convinced me. Let's hope it's a good one, and City do go for it. But I'm with you. I think Arsenal will probably just nick it.
What are you up to this weekend, pal?
Oh, do you know what? Just relaxing. I've had a bit of a busy week.
Oh, bless you. Have you actually done a graft, have you?
God, I don't know what that's like. And I had Cheltenham.
I've been to work. And you've been to Cheltenham.
I didn't see you over there.
Cheltenham. Were you there, Coley?
I was there on the Friday. Gold Cup.
Ships in the night, haven't we? Ships in the night.
Yeah, you know what? You know what it is over there. It's like you just don't. You want to go and see everyone, but you just can't do it. It's impossible.
No, you can't.
Did you see Anton Ferdinand? He was over there.
Yeah, I was with him for a bit.
Was you?
Yeah, I was with him for a bit. Yeah. So no, but I've actually worked, lads. I've actually worked.
Well
you know
done.
I mean?
Well done. You've actually done a full week's worth of work.
No scoops.
I don't know how you do it, boys.
No scoops.
I don't know how you do it. So maybe.
Oh, yeah, good lads. Can't not have no scoops.
I'm 34 now, and nap feels really appealing. So I'm planning my naps in. Do you know what I mean? So I'm probably gonna have a nice little afternoon nap tomorrow.
Naps, yeah.
Yeah, late morning one on Sunday. Get up early and then have a late morning nap as well. So I'll schedule that one in, and then just lock in for a Super Sunday, boys, because that is a good day of football.
It is a good day.
Do not disturb and strap in.
I'll be over in Reading.
See you later, Grandad. Yeah, ta-da. What a man.
Cheers.
Right, you're the top man. Thank you very much, mate. That was a look at the latest action with talkSPORT. Bet terms and conditions do apply. You've got to be over 18. Gambleaware.org.
Bring it on with talkSPORT Bet. Download the app or visit talksportbet.com for exclusive offers and bonuses. 18 plus, gambleaware.org.
We're going to have a little bit of a delve into Europe. Obviously, we've got the England squad announced by Thomas Tuchel a little earlier on. Some of those lads are on the continent. Let's find out how they're getting on. We'll do it next with Andy Brassel.
After two decent results in a row, has Igor Tudor earned his stay of execution at Tottenham until the end of the season? Well, Drive presenter and expert striker Darren Bent certainly thinks so.
The performances before that, I mean, the six before that, oh my God, six straight losses in a row. I thought, what's going to happen here? Like, where's it going to end? And they put in a decent performance against Liverpool. And as you said, they beat Atletico in the second leg. And they have got confidence now because that's 2 unbeaten now in all competitions, 2 unbeaten. The game on Sunday's the one. It's so big. But clearly now that Igor Tudor is going to be here for the foreseeable now. He's here to the end of the season.
Yeah.
I can't see them making a change now this season because you've seen...
If they were to lose Forest, lose away at Sunderland, he'd still be there.
Potentially, yeah. I think so.
Very interesting. Spurs Nottingham Forest on Sunday is absolutely gigantic. So would you agree with Darren Bent there? Have we seen enough that's been good from Igor Tudor?
That was a brilliant point away at Liverpool. And the game in midweek, which I watched, I thought there was a lot more spirit, a lot more, really wanting it more for if you're a Tottenham player. So they've got to take that now into this game on Sunday against Forest. Look, Forest will know they're coming off that win as well. They'll be really happy with how they got the result away from home. They'll probably sit back Forest and try and hit them on the break, but they've got good players as well. Gibbs White, Adore. Jesus up front, Anderson in midfield. So they've got a decent squad of players itself. So it's going to be an interesting game. But I think the first goal is, I know it's an old cliche. First goal is going to be really important in that game. If Forest can somehow nick it, then you can see the fans really getting a little bit frustrated. But one thing about the fans the other night, they really, really got behind the team.
This is better. Yeah, we're not in a German nightclub now, are we? Tremendous, Marco.
Like disco house.
Just a little toe tapper. That's all you need, isn't it? Little toe tapper as you're enjoying your drink. Anyway, you're listening to the Sports Bar Weekender on talkSPORT. I'm Adam Catterall. Carlton Cole's alongside me. England announced the squad a little earlier on. We're going to get stuck into the bones of that and maybe highlight some players that might not make the final 26. But before we do that, let's get around Europe, shall we? Because Andy Brassell's been keeping up to date with all the Brits abroad.
After a scoring return to the Bayern starting lineup against Atalanta in the Champions League in midweek, Harry Kane hopes to get back on track in the Bundesliga against Union Berlin this Saturday afternoon, renewing his chase for Robert Lewandowski's single-season goal-scoring record as he's now back from injury. He needs 11 to match it, 12 to beat it, with 8 games to play. Jude Bellingham and second-place Dortmund face Hamburg and their clutch of Premier League loanees on Saturday night. It's off to Italy next, where Fikayo Tomori aims to get Milan back on the winning trail and eating up that 8-point gap to leaders Inter at the top at home to Torino. Jamie Vardy, meanwhile, is out injured for Cremonese as they try to pull themselves out of their current tailspin, which saw coach Davide Nicola fired and has taken them into the relegation zone, their away to Parma. Trent Alexander-Arnold will aim to get over his England disappointment in a real biggie. Real Madrid face Atletico on Sunday night in the derby, by which time Marcus Rashford and Barcelona will have already played Rayo Vallecano at Camp Nou, and if they win, which you would expect they would, they'll have extended their lead at the summit to 7 points by the time the festivities in Madrid kick off. After their midweek Champions League exertions, the on-loan Manchester United man might even get a start as well. Finally, to France, where it's all happening in the European places this weekend. Mason Greenwood will aim to help Marseille stay solid in third place. They have 5 points more than fifth place Lille, who they face on Sunday afternoon, straight off Olivier Giroud and company, losing at Aston Villa on Thursday, of course. While Tyler Morton is banned for out-of-form Lyon's home game with very in-form Monaco. Eric Dyer is back in training for the visitors after 2 months out, so we'll see if he's ready for the bench.
Don't forget, you can, of course, check out everything with Challenge Europe Express. I am sure that you are all sending your very best wishes to the great broadcaster that is Mr. Danny Kelly. Everybody's seen him speaking about his current health issues. Everybody here at talkSPORT wishes him all the best, and every fan of that particular show, no doubt, is wishing him all the best with his battle. And hopefully, he will be back very, very soon. Talking on these airwaves. We will keep you up to date with all the Brits abroad throughout the course of the next couple of weeks as we whittle this down, getting as close as we possibly can to the World Cup. They announced 35 players a little earlier on, mate. You're just going through your list there, yeah? Which ones are up against it? I think there's a couple of shoe-ins. I think there's a couple of lads that are absolutely going to be on the plane, but I think we know from naming 35, he has to lose 9 of those 35. This year, you're allowed 26 players in your World Cup squad. It used to be 23. It's now 26. So 9 of those guys got to go. You making your list? Are you happy? Have you done them? How many have you got down?
I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Do you want me to?
Yeah, I think I've got my squad.
Okay.
But you go.
Well, where I'm at right now, and listen, anything can change. You've got a couple of games here, haven't you, coming up? You've got Uruguay, you've got Japan. Exactly. Injuries could kick in. Someone could really impress in training. And I think the players that have really got to impress, that have really got to remind the manager.
We've got Reece James to come back in.
Fantastic footballer. He would get in for me, but he's injured.
Yeah.
Right? So
at the moment, but he'll be back.
Right. So from a goalkeeper point of view, I think in these friendlies, I don't know whether they're going to get the opportunity to do it, but Jason Steele, James Trafford and Aaron Ramsdale have all got to shine. I think you would go with Dean Henderson and Jordan Pickford as the 2, so you're going to pick one out of the other 3.
Go Ramsdale.
You're probably going Ramsdale, aren't you? Yeah. From a defensive point of view, I think the players that have got to shine in this particular window are the likes of the Jed Spences, John Stones, who's a legend, obviously, as we know, but he hasn't played at all really this season. He hasn't played well at all this season because he's been out injured. And I'm with Tomori. Say that again. I think Kwanzaa's played really well at Leverkusen.
Yeah,
he's gone over there, mate, and he's done really, really well.
And he might get a chance because obviously Tuchel.
I think Joe
have one eye on that league over there anyway.
And what I've seen of him is that he can play multiple positions.
Yeah.
So I think I think he might end up going. For me, it's Jed Spence, John Stones, and Tomori that have really got to shine in this break. When you look at him in midfield, obviously he brought in a new lad in James Gunn, a great opportunity for him to shine, but he's obviously up against it because there's some real talent in midfield. I think Kobe Manu's up against it. He's got to shine. He's got to absolutely pour it on during this break in order to go through. Morgan Rogers is a little bit out of nick as well, so he's got to
come. Yeah,
he's got to do a bit.
Adam Morton.
Listen, I'm biased towards Adam Morton. I should never make a comment on him because I think he's absolute mustard.
Yeah,
and for me, he goes because of how good of a footballer he is.
Elliot Anderson, Nick Tin.
Elliot Anderson goes.
Anderson goes. Bellingham, Henderson,
Rice. Wharton would be my guy. Wharton would be my guy. Striker-wise, I think the two lads that have absolutely got to do something in this particular international break, Dom Solanke's one of them. Phil Foden's the other. I think Cole Palmer's got to shine as well. There's some lads that, you know what I mean? It wouldn't be a surprise to me if when the finishing squad is announced, if Phil Foden is left out. It would not be a surprise. He's not in good nick. He's not been playing well. He's not been shining for Manchester City. He hasn't really done it for England.
He hasn't affected games.
I think he's an absolutely wonderful, wonderful, wonderful footballer. But if you look in the position that he plays, as it stands right now, there are lads that are more effective and better options for England. I think, with all due respect, he does not get in right now. But it might change in these two games. He might go and play absolutely out of his skin. And he might get the nod. But for me, I don't think he gets in.
Yeah, I can agree with you there. I can agree. Because there's no proof that he's gone and done something and he's got to be a shoo-in.
No. So, for example, Cole Palmer's out of nick, right? Yeah. But you can always pull, hang on a minute, we've used him off the bench. He's come on and he's saved us a couple of times for England.
Yeah.
So
there might be
something
there.
Spark
that can change the game, the direction of the game, I should say. So, yeah, it's going to... Anthony Gordon. It's a strange one.
If you'd have asked me a couple of months ago, I'd have probably said no.
He's just kind of, and he plays that. No, he can play that false nine role as well.
Wide, false nine, off the bench, bags of pace.
Yeah,
I think there's something there with Anthony Gordon.
Yeah, so he's useful.
I would love, given the season that he's had, I would love Dominic Calvert-Lewin to get an opportunity, mate.
He's obviously looking not for a false nine. Well, he might change his mind in this camp, but he's obviously wants another alternative to Harry Kane, just in case, because he didn't go for Ivan Toney. That was quite interesting.
With all due respect to Ivan Toney, he's not playing.
But he's scoring goals. He's confident.
He's back. He's scoring goals, but at what level?
Yeah, but he's not. He scored goals in the league.
Ivan Toney. If Ivan Toney was in the Premier League, for me, he would go.
Yeah, but yeah,
he would go. His choice of going to a different league has cost him.
Yeah, it has cost him.
Because he's a very, very good player.
The thing about it, it's like, I was like, you're going over there too early, man. But he wanted to go. So I thought he had another tournament in him. Because remember the last tournament, he done all right coming off the bench.
Brilliant.
But then, obviously, he's gone for the money, obviously. Because when you go there, it is for the money. And it's not. Is this out of the shop window?
Yeah. I think forward-thinking positions, you've got to pick two wide lads that absolutely...
So, Saka.
Well, you've got to complement what Harry Kane is now doing. And if anybody's watched Harry Kane this year, he does like to drop off, mate. He likes to come deep. He likes to get involved with stuff.
Needs people bombing.
And you need lads to go and fill his space that he's going to leave as that number 9 when Harry does that. So you need lads that are prepared to go in behind, run in behind.
How's Marcus Rashford been doing?
Because he's been doing okay.
He does the one that he runs in behind.
Yeah, he does. As does Anthony Gordon, who you mentioned a moment or two ago.
Anthony Gordon does as well. Madueke does as well.
There you go. So I think Madueke is a shoo-in because of the way Harry Kane plays.
Because the way he plays, yeah. They complement each other, I think. But what does that do for Saka?
I don't know.
Do you know what I mean?
I don't know, because he's not that type of player.
Yeah, because I've seen... And this type... it's a difficult one, because Saka is ahead of him at Arsenal. But is he ahead of him at England. He will be
with Harry Kane
because of his reputation. With Harry Kane,
yes.
He will be because of his reputation.
You've got to play the right players for the right system. You build the forward line around Harry Kane, obviously.
And then what's the best?
Complementary?
So this is the whole point of this camp, to see who's going to complement Harry Kane in that position.
Who fits the system, man? Who fits?
Interested. There's a few nervous ones.
The thing is, the good thing about Thomas Tuchel is he's not soft.
He's not biased as well.
He'll make the right decisions based on the system that he believes that can go and win the World Cup.
Yeah,
Listen, it's difficult because we're playing in America, in Canada, in Mexico. It's hot. It's a completely different climate. I don't think anybody that has studied World Cups over on the Americas, whether it's South or North, will come up and say, well, England or a European team should even go over there and win. I think the favourites would be those from South America. But this England team has absolutely the ability to go and do
you're saying about the heat. Chelsea boys went over there for the Club World Cup.
Won it.
So they might know a thing or two about that heat.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm trying to say? So Cole Palmer, all the Chelsea boys might go. Reece James is here is to come in as well. I'm not sure if he's injured for the tournament. I don't think he's that injured, but I think he'll come back end of this season. He's got a hammy, hasn't he? So, but can you trust him to stay fit? That's another thing.
Listen, I'm sure you've all got your opinions on it, and those opinions might even change after these games with Uruguay and Japan. We'll be reacting, of course, on the 27th, which is next Friday, when England do play Uruguay. We'll have a little bit of a fun and off the back of it, so you'll all have your opinion, no doubt, on that. Stick with us. We've got the trivia coming next.
Kids, for them last night, horror show. The Wi-Fi didn't work.
Oh my goodness!
I got in.
Panic stations.
As I walked through the door, my eldest, not hello daddy, my eldest, Wi-Fi's down, and I went, can I get through the door first? Okay, yeah. Little one comes down, not little anymore, but come on, no Wi-Fi. And I went, can I walk in? All right. Let's get in. I have something to eat. If you fix the Wi-Fi, by the way, I get a text.
Yeah.
A text from my 14-year-old who's upstairs, can't bother to come down. A text, I'm downstairs. Is the Wi-Fi working? So I text back, can you come down if you want to talk to me? Yeah. Comes down. Oh, is it? Because I can't get... No, it's not. It's not us. It's Virgin. It will be fixed. Just wait.
Yeah.
This morning, first thing, no Wi-Fi, still not ready.
So what did you watch last night on TV?
That's a very good question. We had stuff on the planner. Already saved.
Yeah.
You've got Sky Glass, right?
So if Wi-Fi goes down,
you're in a world of trouble. I've got stuff saved on my planner. I tell you what. I was watching the football, but Mrs. G was watching the end of. I gave up on that. What's that program called with the woman from Yellowstone?
Oh, the Salt Marsh.
Yeah, I gave up. Episode 3. Nothing was happening slowly. I thought, no, not for me.
It's slow, man.
Yeah.
And even I watched all the episodes, and even at the end, I'm a bit like, what have I just watched?
Yeah, I gave up. She was watching it.
Football was good though, but no, do you know what? I bet that was quite nice though. No Wi-Fi.
Well, it was up until every 4 minutes. I'd like still not working.
Just relax. Listen, you should have hit him with a. You know, you should have hit him with a. When we was younger, there was no such thing as Wi-Fi.
I know. I'm gonna have to use my data up. Oh my god.
Ring walk.
His choice of music tonight, mate. He's all over the place, isn't he? I think there's something else on his mind. Are you thinking about something else this evening?
It's like the refs, no consistency. Look at him. Come on, Buttons.
Loving it, isn't he?
I've got my mic on, lads.
Man, he's even putting mic on that.
What? You're not even supposed to be heard. Relax.
Yeah? You okay?
It's intro music.
Okay.
The Quizzy Rascal.
Do you want us to get your own camera in your own little room there so we can stream you on YouTube as well?
We're still streaming.
Look at it, he's taking over the gaff, isn't he? Anyway.
Game's gone. Game's gone.
Do you want to say something else? Because your microphone's still... All right, you switched it off now, have you? Right, well done, you. Well done. There you go. Marco there, who's in charge.
Good lads.
He's doing a bit. How do you... Listen, Quizzy Rascal just walked into the studio. Matt, how are you working with him, man? You've got to sit in that room with him all night. At least we've got glass between it. He's put his microphone back on. Leave it.
Listen, you don't need to say nothing.
Go on.
He's Arsenal fans, man.
He's all right. He's a good lad.
He's an Arsenal fan. They're leery at the moment, the Arsenal boys.
They're getting a bit chippy, aren't they?
Yeah, he's got his hat to the back as well. Yeah, just giving it large. Love it.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway.
He's just come, I'll tell you what, he's just come in here and he said, lads, why did you not mention Max Downham there? Why you need to mention Max as part of this World Cup
The
squad.
audacity.
Listen, he's doing his GCSEs, man. Let the dude sort out the periodic table, and then all of a sudden we can come back to it. Yeah, we'll talk about it at the end of the season. For now, let him do his thing.
Yeah, he's still learning algebra.
He came off the bench and scored in an open net, and everybody's losing their heads. Calm. He's going to be good. Calm down. All right. Calm down. Anyway, Quizzy Rascal, how's your week been?
Pretty good, mate. Birthday week.
Oh, my man. What was the celebration?
Birthday week. What's the day?
It was on Wednesday.
Oh, it was? Oh, happy birthday, mate.
What was the number? What have you ticked on?
Have a guess, Adam. Go on, I dare you.
Are you into your 30s?
Yeah.
34.
No. Cheers, mate.
No.
32. 32.
32.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, good. Enjoyed it. Enjoyed it, yeah.
What'd you get up to?
I just, a skinful in the old local.
Oh, is it?
A skinful in the local?
Yeah, I like keep it nice and quiet. Keep it nice and quiet. Yeah, I'm not a big centre of attention sort of. Sort of person.
Why?
Yeah.
How big was the crew that was with you for the celebration?
Well, to be honest, they didn't know either. So I just sort of turned up and was like, "Oh, well, it's my birthday." Like, "Oh, you have a free drink." No, honestly, I'm not. You can't go in, can you, and be like, "Oh, by the way, it's my birthday."
Yeah, but your mates would know that it's your birthday, so you get.
So your birthday's on the.
I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know.
You don't tell anybody it's your birthday.
Well,
why don't you do that?
I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't
like the attention.
All eyes on me and all that. So honestly, if my mum,
mate, you're on the radio. There's about 2 million people right now listening to your voice.
You'd rather show it to the people, the masses. Do you know what I mean? He doesn't do the little small talk. He goes big. Do you understand? He goes big.
I like going to other people's parties and drinking their booze, don't I?
You just didn't want to spend no money. That's what it was. He didn't want to spend no money. But your friends are supposed to spend money on you.
Oh, they did that night, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you just...
Not a drink bought the whole night.
Good man. That's how it should be on your birthday.
Exactly.
Right, so...
You could have let them plan something for you, man.
Not into that. Not into that.
Was it a good night anyway? An unplanned night in the local booth?
Really, really enjoyed it. It was brilliant.
Good.
Spontaneous nights, they're the best
You
ones.
deserve it, mate. You're hard work.
Spontaneous birthdays.
Not supposed to be. Not supposed to be.
Whoa, it's my birthday. Let's go.
He doesn't even tell himself.
Great night. Great night.
Hides it from himself.
I did nearly forget, to be fair. Yeah.
Hard worker.
Yes,
hard worker. Company man.
All about the grind.
That's it. Right, what have you got for us on the quiz, mate?
Well, obviously, I've gone for a lovely League Cup question, as it's the big League Cup, Carabao Cup final this weekend.
You were right the first time. They keep changing sponsor on us, don't they?
Yeah, I know.
Go on then, yeah.
So I want you to name for me the last 15.
Why 15?
Because that's the number that I've chosen.
Gosh.
The last.
It's his birthday, mate.
Yeah, exactly.
Go on.
I get what I want.
Yeah. The last 15.
The last 15 different goal scorers.
I knew he did that.
In League Cup finals.
I knew he would do that.
The last 15. The last 15. So there was actually more, yeah?
Of course. What? There's been
Loads
more than
more.
15 goal scorers in League Cup finals. Yeah, of course.
So you're just saying last 15.
The last 15.
Why? Tell me why 15. I know there's a reason.
Nice round number in it.
Last 15 goal scorers in League Cup history.
this is tough.
Not including penalty shootouts. I should make that clear.
So no pens, anything.
Extra time goals is all right.
Yeah.
But no penalty shootouts.
Right, okay. I'm just trying to remember the most recent ones. Right, and
so there was Chelsea-Arsenal game.
Right, it's all right. Don't worry. That's all you got to do. Remember them. Remember what
I was there, but I didn't watch it.
Right. 03717 223344. Let's get on that phone line, shall we? Phil, tough one this, mate. It's all about memory. How are you, pal?
Oh, is that me?
Yes, you, Phil.
You go, Phil.
Oh, hey, Sam, lads.
How are you, mate?
Oh, man.
You okay?
I'm grand, lads. I'm grand.
Good.
I'm just throwing a picture out. Hey, seriously, I'm a Liverpool fan, but I am so looking forward to that Man City Arsenal game on Sunday.
Are ya? What are you looking forward to?
Well, who can outsmart the other one? It's gonna be tactical.
Oh, is it? Yeah. So you're in for the tactics. You're not in for the drama.
Well, it might go to penalties, and there's your drama.
Okay. All right. So what about if the outcome of this game? Who wins the league?
Arsenal.
Cool. So you think Arsenal are going to win this and they're going to have momentum?
Yeah. And Liverpool are going to win the FA Cup and the Champions League.
Wow.
Big shout.
Big shout.
Right. Anyway, can we get to an answer? What have you got for us on this quiz? Have you got a goal scorer for us?
We just had his predictions.
What game?
Any. As long as it's within the last 15 goal scorers. So go on, who've you got?
Goal scorer.